Good evening, my name is Rafael Hervasio Azaro. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Minh Hải.
What should I call you?
You can call me Tom.
Could you tell me where you're from?
I am from Việt Trì City, Phú Thọ province of Vietnam.
Thank you. In this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about where you live. What is your city famous for?
Well, my city is famous for the Hùng King Temple, where people all around Vietnam comes to worship our Hùng King, the founder, the king, the original king of our country.
Do many people visit your city?
Well, especially in the late April, lots of people visit our cities. That can be estimated up to 10 or 20,000.
What sites would you recommend to a visitor to your city?
Considering the fact that my city has the attraction of Văn Lang Park in the heart of the city, I would really recommend visitors to come visit there for a quick break and escape
Why?
Because there are lots of activities that they can enjoy there. They can go jogging, have cycle or exercise with the facilities that has been provided.
Now let's talk about music. How do you usually find out about new music?
Generally speaking, I usually find out new music in online platforms like Spotify or YouTube. In addition, I also talk with my friends and find out more about other music genres that my friends like.
Where do you normally buy new music?
I usually buy new music from my local store, usually some small store because the price there are relatively cheap and I can sometimes negotiate. But sometimes I also get music discs in my birthday from my friends or my family.
Now, do you think listening to music can have an effect on your moods?
As a musician and a drummer, I strongly agree that music can directly impact our moods. For example, in a cold and windy day seems like a little bit sad, I could stay at home, listen to some powerful rock music and just uplift my mood for the day.
Now let's talk about friends. How often do you spend time with your friends?
I believe that friend is a very important part of our lives. So sometimes, especially in the weekends, I often spend 1 to 1.5 hours with my friends, usually doing some active and outdoor activities.
What type of things do you and your friends do together?
As I said, we often engage in active and kind of exciting activities. In particular, we often ride bikes, play basketball in our school court, or go swimming in the summer.
What kinds of things do you do to show you are a good friend?
I have plenty of good friends and one very best friend of mine. And in my experience, we often share stories with each other and help each other in difficult situations, like in a test or a difficult exercise to show our friendship.
Would you prefer to have a lot of acquaintances or a few good friends?
In my point of view, I would prefer to have just a few good friends, but very helpful and very like best friend. I think this is due to the fact that it can be hard to manage the long relationship with a lot of friends, but with just one group of very best friends, we can engage in lots of activities and still maintain our friendship without lots of effort.